employees' information on the faculty performance evaluation is quite simple. Start by entering the employee's ID number and click the search button. If their last name and first name do not populate, simply call me and I'll unlock those fields, which will allow you to enter their names manually. Then you select the campus, enter their position title, enter their department, enter their time in position, years and months, enter their evaluation start date, and their evaluation end date. Leave the date administered blank until after you've briefed them on their evaluation. Then you select the evaluation type. In this case, it's the 3-year review, and then you move on to the next section. When selecting the status of the employee being evaluated, you must select all status that apply to that particular employee. Each of these status have their own evaluation areas that you must rate the employee on. The only exception is the adjunct. Adjunct has no rating area by itself. For example, if I select full-time faculty has 4 areas to be rated. Adjunct, as I said, has no areas to be rated. Online faculty have areas to be rated. Face-to-face has 3 areas to be rated. If other areas apply, select other and then indicate specifically what status applies. When selecting face-to-face status, keep in mind that this adds 4 additional areas that you must rate. This includes organized, delivered on time, content specific, and promote high engagement teaching strategies. When all 4 of these areas are checked, this would result in a meets in rating that section. If any of these 4 checkboxes are not selected, that would result in an overall needs improvement for that rating area. If you have other duties and responsibilities, those can be copied and pasted directly from the job description. You simply copy from the job description, click in the blank field, and paste those other duties and responsibilities in there. If you need additional blank fields, click the Add button. You can add up to 9 additional fields for a total of 10, and then just manually type in other duties as required, or whatever you need to put in there. One of the final steps for the form originator is to set up the supervisory and routing information. Towards the bottom of the form you'll find this section. The first step is to enter the direct supervisor's name. You're going to search for the direct supervisor, normally by last name, comma, space, first name. Then you click the search button. If it doesn't find the supervisor, searching by last name, comma, space, first name, usually all that means is that the individual hasn't logged into eTrieve yet for that day. If this is the case, you search by first name and last name. the key in this search is to look for the individual and then look at the email address that follows. You want to make sure you have the person with the ctcd.edu email address. Click on that individual from the drop-down menu. Then you're going to search for the second level supervisor. If there is no second level supervisor, then you're going to enter the first level supervisor a second time and click the search button. If there is a second level supervisor, search for that individual. Again, if the individual isn't found, it simply means they haven't logged into eTrieve yet for that day. And again, you're going to want to look for the individual with the CTC email address. Then you'll select the executive officer, dean, or department chair. And this you'll simply select from the drop-down menu. You find that individual by position, not by name. And I'll just pick a department chair. Then you're going to look for the individual being evaluated. This is not a field where you're going to search for this person by name. This one you're looking for the individual being evaluated. So the person in this field should be the same as this person. Okay, this name should be the same as this name. So we're going to search for since this one last name, comma, space, first name, that means the individual has already logged in to eTrieve. If I search first name, last name as I did for these individuals, I come up employee not found. That means the individual has logged into the system already today. Guess it helps if I spell the name correctly. There we go. Once you have the supervisor and routing information filled in, if you're not the direct supervisor, you can go ahead and click the submit button and send this form off to the direct supervisor so they can do their evaluation, do their rating selection. If you are the direct supervisor at this time, you can go ahead and go back through and just do a quick review and make sure that the employee information is all correct. Make sure the status is all correct. You can go ahead and do your ratings at this time. Make sure your ratings are set to where they need to be. Make sure these check boxes are selected where they need to be. Come down here, double check, make sure your comments are correct. Again, make sure all these ratings are set to where they need to be. Double check your comments. Make sure these selectors are set. You don't need to add the second level comments. Again, if there's no second level manager, no comments required there. If there is a second level manager, don't add the second level comments for your second level manager. Let them add their comments. And then click the submit button. Understand that again, if you are the second level, you're going to see this form multiple times. As the direct supervisor, it's going to come straight back to you. If you're listed as the second level supervisor, when you click approve, after getting it the second time, it's going to come back to you again. After the executive officer, dean, or department chair get it, when they click approve, it's going to come back to you again. After the employee finishes with the evaluation and they click approve, it's going to come back to you again. So you have the possibility of seeing this form 4 times, possibly. So don't be surprised when it shows up in your inbox again and again and again. It just depends on how many times you're on this list, because you will see it again after this person, you'll see it again after the employee. So once you've finished with this, go ahead and click the submit button, and the form will be routed. This is the routing, folks. Okay, what you see here is where that form is going to go. There's absolutely no need to refer this form ever. Just the first person clicks submit, everybody after that clicks approve. Please don't refer this form. If you think you need to refer this form, please call me, 526-1381. Outside the local area, 254-526-1381. Just give me a call. I'll help you out. If you think you need to refer it, we can discuss it.